There comes a time in every soul's journey when words can no longer explain what you're going through. A time when even the closest people can't fully understand your silence, because what you're facing is not an outer battle. It's an inner one. You see, there exists a test that the soul endures in absolute stillness. It cannot be healed by therapists, nor solved by self-help books. It's a sacred initiation, one that reshapes you from within. Maybe you thought you were just surviving tough times, but in truth, you were being prepared, refined, for a deeper awakening. Because pain, when faced with awareness, becomes the fire that purifies the soul. Pain is not a punishment, it's preparation. Every soul that grows must one day pass through the doorway of suffering, not the kind that leaves visible scars, but the kind that changes the texture of your being. This is how life molds you, breaks you, and then rebuilds you stronger than before. Like a tree struck by lightning that grows deeper roots, your soul develops resilience, not the brittle kind that resists everything, but the quiet power that bends and never breaks. Sign 1. You find peace in solitude. Where loneliness once felt like punishment, it now feels like peace. You stop chasing validation, stop begging for love in places that drain you. Solitude becomes your sanctuary, a space where you recharge, think, and truly meet yourself. The noise of the world fades, and in that silence, you begin to hear your own wisdom. This is not withdrawal, it's awakening. Sign 2. You make peace with your shadow. You no longer run from the darker parts of yourself. You face your anger, your fear, your envy, and transform them into fuel. Your pain becomes purpose. Your wounds become wisdom. You realize that real strength isn't about hiding your darkness, but integrating it, mastering it, and using it to illuminate others. Sign 3. You flow with life, not against it. You stop fighting every uncertainty, stop needing to control every outcome. You begin to trust the process, to believe that what's meant for you won't pass you by. You find clarity not by demanding answers, but by standing still long enough to receive them. The storms still come, but they no longer shake your foundation, because your peace no longer depends on circumstance. It comes from within. Sign 4. You detach from toxic patterns. You learn to walk away. Not out of pride, but out of wisdom. You stop trying to fix people who refuse to grow. You realize that saving others while drowning yourself isn't love, it's self-abandonment. Boundaries become sacred. Silence becomes strength. People may call you distant, but you know, this is what protection looks like when you've finally learned your worth. Sign 5. You awaken spiritually. Your intuition sharpens. Synchronicities begin to unfold like divine breadcrumbs. You stop relying only on logic and start listening to your inner guidance. You no longer chase, you attract, because your energy has become magnetic. You begin to understand that your life is not random. It's orchestrated by a higher intelligence, one that knows what's best for your growth. Sign 6. You become emotionally unshakable. Criticism no longer breaks you. Praise no longer blinds you. You are no longer addicted to external validation, because your self-worth is no longer borrowed. It's built from within. You walk with quiet confidence, a kind of strength that doesn't need to prove itself, a kind of calm that others feel the moment you enter the room. Sign 7. You align with your higher self. At last, you reclaim your energy. You stop scattering yourself in 100 directions and instead invest it where your soul feels alive. You protect your peace with the same care you'd protect something sacred, because it is. You no longer resist pain. You learn from it. You no longer seek perfection. You embrace wholeness. And that's when transformation completes its circle. The soul's second birth. This isn't just healing, it's rebirth. You no longer live as the person you were taught to be. You begin to live as the person you were born to be. You carry yourself differently, not because you've escaped pain, but because you've mastered it. You are no longer surviving, you are becoming. Your silence is now strength. Your solitude is now sacred. And your scars, they are proof that even broken things can shine brighter than before. So if you're walking through that silent test right now, remember, you're not breaking down. You're breaking open. You're not being punished. You're being prepared. And one day, when you look back, you'll realize that the pain that tried to destroy you was the very thing that set your soul free. You have passed through the soul's most demanding test and emerged not perfect, but whole.